What are alkanes? Okay, alkanes. These are organic compounds. Yeah, right? Yeah, I think yeah. These are organic compounds, alkanes, and we normally cover them in chemistry. That is in a branch of it. That is organic chemistry. We shall say that alkanes, talking about them in general, basically one simply can say that an alkane is a carbon hydrogen compound. Okay, that is having a general formula of CnH2n plus 2, where C represents a carbon atom, then H represents a hydrogen atom, and then the N is just a number, okay? That is from 1 up to where you may need to stop. So they have that general formula, generally. So those are the alkanes. So basically they are carbon hydrogen compounds sharing a common general formula of that. And still they differ from one member to another with a successive methylene group, a methylene group, that is CH2 group. So mean that from one to the other, so the first member, the second member is just more than the first with a methylene group, then the third member is more than the second, still with a methylene group, and the procedure or the process continues as you move from the first two as you go to the biggest and so on. So those are the alkanes in general. And then still, when you talk about the alkanes, that is still theoretically, but then talk about the alkanes generally, they do exist. Most of them, they do exist naturally, though some of them we do prepare them. They have a major source, like we say natural gas. So natural gas, most of the natural gas actually alkanes, much of its content, natural gas contains methane, which is a fuel. So basically all the alkanes are fuels. The fuel used, the petrol, the kerosene, or what we call the paraffin, the diesel, the oil, those are alkanes. So yeah, let me think, I'm not preaching here. Those are alkanes. Like for instance, when you look at the natural gas contains methane as a major product, and then some minor products like the propane and butane, which are little in it. Then talk about the petrol. Petrol actually has a number of alkanes that are extracted from it. We shall talk about that later on when we look at the preparation. Maybe in a video I may produce later time to come. Yeah, but basically those are the alkanes I can't talk about right now. What else have I left behind about the alkanes? Yeah, maybe like still, maybe something I had forgotten. Alkanes, differentiating them from the other homogeneous gas series, alkanes are saturated. They are saturated organic compounds. Unlike maybe the alkenes and alkynes, although we have other saturated organic compounds, the ones we shall look at like the alcohols, but alkanes basically are saturated hydrocarbon or carbon hydrogen compounds with that general formula actually we have just talked about there. Then for those who may have a question, what's meant by saturated? I think previously I produced a video about saturated compounds, that is in organic chemistry. So basically you can go at least and try to visit that video, and then you'll get to know what well about us. But right now I may not have enough time actually to go back to actually explain what a saturated compound is. But then one thing I can tell that alkanes are saturated. And I think yeah, that is it. Those are alkanes. Yeah, unless you have a question, but then you can subscribe, have a like, then comment there. I welcome all questions, and then even advice, because I know people have a lot of things I advise that here and here for sure, like you messed up somewhere here, you didn't bring something real right, but then yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but then have a like, and I think at least I'm helping someone there out. Yeah.